everybody. Welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you are all doing well and taking care of yourselves. As you guys can see, we have Betelgeuse with us today. In my last video, I did talk about how there was some exciting news I wanted to share when it came to feeding with him. I'm not going to make this long because as you can see on his belly, or hopefully you can see, and this video is not going blurry, he's got a gray belly. He's getting ready to go. Well, he's in blue. His eyes are not very cloudy yet, but his belly is pretty cloudy. So I imagine in the next couple of days, his eyes will go cloudy as well. Now, with Betelgeuse, if anybody is new to my channel, you probably don't really know much about Betelgeuse. So Betelgeuse is a wild-caught mangrove snake that I got from a reptile expo, and this snake has been a little bit of a challenge with trying to get to eat. He would not eat anything that was offered, rodent-wise, mice or rats. I was told from the people I got him from that he was on rats and mice, actually, on pinky mice, and that was not the case. I have not gotten him interested in pinky mice at all, but I did manage to get him eating a nose, and that is the one thing he will for sure eat. However, that can become a very expensive feeding thing because each anole is about $5, and he would need to eat at least 3 or 4 of them in a feeding. So that's like a $20 feeding every time. So that was a very expensive thing. So I've had to try to figure out some things. I did reach out to N.E.R.D. If you guys don't know who that is New England reptile. The New England reptile, New England reptiles, you know who that is. And they let me know that I should try, because I told them I was having a hard time getting him to eat, explain the story, and I explained that I had tried the scenting with the rubbing of the lizard on the rodent, but that didn't work. So they suggested that I actually soak the feeder rodents with the feeder anole, and actually just kind of let them bask and absorb each other's scent, and let the rodents absorb the scent, and then actually get the mangrove to fool the mangrove into actually eating the rodents. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a try. And so I ended up taking one of my anoles and killing it and freezing it. And then I actually ended up putting it in a cup of water with 2 fuzzy rats, or fuzzy pinkies, fuzzy rats, with 2 fuzzy rats, and I let them soak for hours. I really wanted that scent to get in. So I let them soak for hours, and then I took them out and I put them in the enclosure. However, I took it a step further, and I put the anole underneath the 2 fuzzy rats. They was like completely covered, and when I came back in the next day, all of it was eaten. Yeah, I expected to actually just kind of come in and really just see that he had pushed aside the rodents and just eaten the anole, but he had eaten all of it, and I was very excited. That was very, very big progress. And so with that, that was a very big progress. That means that I can cut back on how many anoles I'm feeding and just kind of trick him like this for a while. But my next thing, what I would like to see is if I could just like freeze the anole, do all that, do the soaking, and then just put the rodents in there without the anole and see if just the scenting overnight alone would help. Because then that would mean that I could just kind of like freeze an anole and just kind of take pieces of it for a while and then try to like scent things that way until I get them completely weaned off. But either way, even if I do have to just keep it up with the one anole underneath a couple of rodents, that is a huge progress, because the fact of the matter is, when eating just the anoles, I would have had to feed like every 5 days, because the anoles just don't provide that much when it comes to nutrition, so they actually go through their bodies a lot faster. But if I can get him eating on rodents, I won't have to feed him quite as frequently, and I won't have to waste as much money with feeding quite so many anoles. So even if I just have to stick with the tricking, with the keeping the one anole underneath the rodents for a while until he's completely on rodents, that is a massive money saver. That is just like the $5 of anole and then a couple of feeders, which I'll already have around because of all of my other snakes, and it just works out great. So I am very, very happy with the progress of that. I really, really did not want to have to keep him on a nose for long, and actually it would have been even more expensive, because the fact of the matter is he'd have gotten bigger, and it was something that was suggested to me. I actually reached out to DM Exotics, and he was just like, well, if If you're not going to really do the scenting, the only thing you really do is go to a bigger lizard. And the nose are already $5, so that would means what, buying a $15-20 larger lizard to feed every week. That would have just been extremely expensive. Not that I wasn't willing to do it, it would have just been a much bigger challenge than I was really hoping to actually have to take with this fella. But he's been a challenge, but he's been a very fun challenge, and I'm very excited that I'm actually getting a good feeding routine for him. So as I continue to work with this feeding routine and switch it up a little bit and go from just kind of trying to take out the anole and just do the scenting and see how that goes. Then we'll go from there, and I'll keep you guys updated. But I just definitely wanted to do a quick little video and update you guys on that, because I did say that I would in my last video, and because he's one of my animals, and I'm all about sharing this journey with you. And so the feeding challenges and the feeding successes are all a part of that. Challenge, and so I'm very excited. Oh God, he's about to poop. Pooping. Oh, are you pissing? I don't know what you're doing. You did something. Where'd the other bit go? Oh gosh. I guess he's telling me that he is officially done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him down, you guys. You take care. Love yourselves, love your reptiles, love your loved ones, and you all take care and keep spreading those herbs.